There we are.
We have some toys. We're just playing around.
Yeah.
We're not even going to try.
We're not even going to try to be professional.
To be all like professional, but watch this. We can do this and you can see me over there now, right?
Oh,
can you see me? How's the latency? I think I'm assuming it's bad.
I'm assuming it's bad.
Well,
yeah.
she took the camera off.
Oh,
me.
I'm
so
sorry.
Anyway,
there we go. There you go.
Yeah, no, it's already. You're fucking. Go ahead, cut to you.
Cut to me. How about me? Hi, everybody. What's going on?
I think I have a strong feeling that the audio is not going to sync with the cameras.
Right.
But let me know if it looks like it is.
If it looks totally shits balls, well, we'll know. But because
and if it's off, I'm not going to do a fucking thing to change.
You guys might just have to deal with it tonight because we're kind of playing around, having a good time on a Thursday, as usual. Really, kind of as usual. This is kind of what we always do, isn't it? So yeah, there's that camera right there. Look at, you can eyeball him while he's doing stuff, and look at me, and I can talk directly to you guys and say, "Hey, what's up?" And then we can put it back here and talk normal, just normal like we always do. But anywho, TANIEL, Fritz, love that hat. Oh, that's so funny. TANIEL, Fritz. It's Daniel. Oh, we're gonna play some more. Just to prove it's not skipping, right? Joshua Poole says
there's nothing to prove. It's skipping.
No new camera angles. Audio is syncing well, he says.
Oh, well, that's good.
That is good to know.
That makes me happy.
Yes, good to know, because we didn't know if it would be. We didn't want to do a live test. Tonight's the test. We're testing right now. You don't want to do headphones because your hat? I love that hat. It's the best.
I don't know if it's legal for me to wear it, but I found it in a thrift store. Let's just say I found it in a thrift store.
Right. Sure.
Which is true. See, I'm focusing on trying to be more interactive with a little black box and try to pretend like I'm so happy to see you.
And then you can focus on this little black box right there.
Now I have that black box.
Right. Yeah. So
we're getting fancy.
We got a comment already about our shirts. So everybody saw these last week, but we thought we'd just
what Jared said, we're nipping at their heels.
What? Oh,
we're nipping at their heels. No, the only difference is we can actually sit here and still see each other.
Right.
If you're on the Audio Rose podcast, you don't even know that Jared's there.
No.
Which is probably on purpose because he likes to make himself louder. First of all, on the microphone, way louder than everybody else in the room.
For sure.
But then he also doesn't want you to see him. He is so prima donna that he might as well be in another state. So you're just a guest, just staring at a giant light.
Staring at yourself.
Is Joshua here? Is Jared here? This is so impersonal. It's just a terrible podcast. Just one of the worst I've ever seen. Just not in. I'm just kidding.
He's totally kidding.
I'm just fucking around. Come on.
Yes. That's a good question right there. Jared says fake news. Hashtag fake news. Fake news. Yeah, it's total fake news. Because
make Chiefs Missouri again.
Make Chiefs Missouri again. So this is a good thing to jump right in. Jules says, Joshua Poole, how's your wife? We heard about that accident and everything. How's she doing? I think she's doing good. So let us know. Let us know, Joshua.
Well, I would think you would know since he directly texted you exactly how she's doing
last week. But this is a whole new week. So I'm hoping she's doing even better. Golly. Like, for real. This is going to be great for Tara Uninterrupted. I swear this is going to be so much fun to just hog the camera because I'm in control. So, oops. And it's your turn.
Are you just going to play?
I'm going to play all freaking night. I got a new toy and I'm going to play with it.
When Tara gets toys. I'll tell you what, she wears them out. You do.
Oh.
How do you like my
sorry,
Ozark Mountain Daredevil gin collection?
Sorry, did you get the two off the bookcase?
Yep. Building them up.
Yeah. Yep. We don't throw them away anymore.
Anyway, how's everybody doing? How's things going? What's going on? I have been committed to like not look at comments. Tara can either just tell me that you've said something cool or I just don't give it.
Well, I'm going to put it up right on the screen. Julia says, I just got here. Wow, look at the production value. Fancy.
Look at the production value.
Look how fancy. And she says, nice shirts. Totally jealous. I bet you could probably get one of your own. I'm just saying. I bet they're out there. Joshua. Hey, don't give away trade secrets. Call Bushmill. That's right. Jules says she's had a very long and productive week. And so have we. This week is much more productive than last week.
Yeah, we're doing all
for
right.
us. For us. Anyway.
So what do we want to talk about?
I don't know. What have you got on your mind, Daniel?
Let's talk about vaccines and Fauci
and
mandates
and
mandates. That all that stuff would be
exciting news.
Super exciting.
Yeah.
I have to be careful what AI can hear what I'm saying. Because that kind of stuff is so exciting.
It is really exciting.
I really love it.
Some places and news feeds talk about it all day, every single week.
No,
that's how exciting it is.
I can't look at my phone. So, what up?
You're looking at me.
You're the producer.
I'm the producer.
I'm the artist.
I'm not.
Listen, I'm the
you're
art.
the talent.
I'm the talent.
You're the talent.
I'm not the
you
producer.
gotta be talented.
So where's my cue cards?
So there you go. There's your screen.
What am I supposed to talk about?
You're just supposed
where's
to
my cue cards?
It's all you, man.
Tara, where's my cue cards?
Right. Oh, I was gonna do something different. I was gonna do that one.
Maybe we should turn it so it's the liquor cam.
Yeah, we should. Absolutely. See what it does. Oh gosh, it's not gonna be long enough. It has to stay right there.
We'll do a liquor cam.
we'll do the liquor cam. Here's the liquor
Does it
cam.
Work?
Oh, what happened to it? Did it turn off?
Oh, it's all fuckered.
It's all fucked up.
I don't know if it's
not gonna sit there. Doesn't really matter. So anybody, wait. Wife is doing well. Here's what Joshua says. Wife is doing well. Still waiting for the police report to come in a week later. Oh my. Wow. Didn't know it would be that long.
Is the liquor cam got signal?
Nope. Don't know what happened. Liquor cam doesn't have any signal.
How about now?
Yep, there it is.
There's the liquor cam.
Oh, well, where'd it go?
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
I don't care.
It's even got a plug-in.
Okay, I don't care.
All right.
I'm
fine.
Just playing.
We're done. We're out. Oh, it's still on there.
Yeah, I know. That's why I kept saying, I'm done.
Oh, fuck it.
I'm done.
Fine. All right. Just leave it.
No, I'm just getting it out of the way.
Okay, I had it taped so I didn't step on it.
Yeah, I know. You and your tape.
He's mean to me, kids. He's just really, I'm going to put him in mind. He is just mean to me sometimes. This is too much fun. I'm having way too much fun doing this. So maybe the fun will wear off in a few weeks, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm having a great time.
Give me something to yap about. Oh, I'm not supposed to be looking at comments.
As exciting
a lot
as
of them
this
there
is,
I haven't heard.
As exciting as this is, Jared screwed us. No cleavage with this shirt. Sorry. Yeah, I can make it happen.
You could cut it.
I could totally get a pair of scissors and just and make it happen easily, very easily. And so that could happen the next time we do this. So we shall see. How about stupid people that don't know how to drive? We had a long discussion about road rage and how we don't have it. Jared says, you guys need a t-shirt for Monday morning medication that says, what else? Dan Fritz. After this week's, for sure.
What else?
I feel you. What else? And the blank stare. All right. So Kimberly says, how about the weather that's coming Saturday? The grocery store was packed. I don't know.
Is there bad weather coming?
I guess we're getting snow. I have no idea.
I don't have time to pay attention to stuff like that. So
no,
this is extremely exciting.
Well, think of something and start talking. What else? Okay, and good night, everybody. Kimberly. Joshua says, Facebook algorithm knows it's probably not wise for the Screamers to have a dedicated liquor can. Jared says, my precious gift. Let me just add some cleavage to my cutting board. Brian Betancourt says he has road rage. Cricket cam. This is the cricket cam. What's Shell saying? Go grab one of those cards from your new game for a topic, right? That could happen too.
Could do that. We have a great new game.
So there was a comment way back here that I skipped because we were dealing with the freaking liquor cam that didn't work. Where's it at? I need to find it. There it is. Lisa Betancourt says, does anyone want a 10-week-old puppy? She's killing me.
Oh, no.
No.
No, I'm okay.
Let her get through the puppy stage. You'll remember what it's like having a puppy and you'll be fine. You'll do better. I hope so.
Speaking of new puppy, I actually slept in a doghouse for a little while because of a new puppy I had one time.
You did?
Yeah, it was a Great Dane, and I built her a big doghouse, of course. Great Dane. I mean, it was like a playhouse that children play in. It wasn't that big, but it was big enough for a Great Dane, and I filled it full of straw, and I was not living in a place at the time where I could have it inside, and so it got left outside quite a bit, but I rigged it up with a heater. So it had a little one of those ceramic heaters lodged up inside of it and an extension cord. And I put a plastic flap on the front so that the heat would stay in the doghouse, and then filled it with straw. But when she was real little, just to try to help her, I would go out and crawl into the flaps and lay in the straw with her.
Oh, that's so sweet. How many nights did you do that?
I didn't really do it overnight. Like, I didn't sleep all night with her.
Okay.
I just would go out there for, I don't know, maybe an hour or so here and there and lay with her.
Well, that's sweet though. Did she get used to it, hopefully?
Yeah, she was fine.
Nice.
She liked it after a while. I had to get her used to going in those plastic flaps. She didn't like that too much. The mud flap look.
They're kind of weird to get used to, those dog doors. Yeah.
Speaking of dogs, and speaking of wanting to kill them. We have a fancy story this week that also includes a Great Dane. Mm-hmm. So remember the awesome Hogwarts gingerbread castle that we've been so proud of and sending you pictures of and showing everybody on the street and telling all of our friends? Well, big dogs can get on kitchen countertops
a lot easier than small dogs.
Well,
sure.
Small dogs can't get on them at all.
Well, yeah, true.
Our countertop is kind of like just a step for our Great Dane. And came home from work 3 days ago, and Hogwarts has been destroyed.
Part of it, anyway.
It's gone. Half of it's gone.
Half of it is gone, and he ate so much sugar.
So, yeah, Dublin got Hogwarts Castle. There's not much left.
No. I was trying to find the picture, but, we didn't download that ahead of time, so.
So, yeah, I was about to kill him.
Yeah. You came home, and I came home like 2 minutes after you, and I walked into the aftermath, and you were sitting there still yelling at him, and he was just like all inside of himself, just even like pissing. Like, he gets nervous and he piddles a little bit. So he knew what he did was wrong. That's what thing I don't understand about dogs sometimes is they know what they did wrong.
Half of Hogwarts is gone. 2 towers and the main hall and like 4 little trees
made of pure fondant.
A lot of pure fondant.
Or fondant. Or how do you do it?
I usually kept it pushed against the back of the island, and so he couldn't reach it. And then I think we had some company or something, and I pulled it more towards the middle of the island. Apparently, he was able to get to it. He was
able to reach it, but he wasn't able to reach like the back of it. So he got like a straight line right across that castle. He was able to reach.
You could tell when his reach ended.
It was like that was it. And we were debating. We were trying to figure out whether he had grabbed it with his paw or just reached it with his face. And I think it was a paw. I vote paw.
Okay.
What do you vote?
I don't think it was a paw at all. I've already told you this. Or do we reenact our conversations on Thursday nights? I said I don't think it was a paw. Otherwise, you would have seen pieces and bits of the castle on the counter.
And that's what
because when he knocked towers over, they would have exploded into 100 pieces.
Right.
And there's no way he was up there licking and pawing.
His
piece. Claws are an inch long each.
Yeah.
They're like bear claws. So I don't think he was pulling over like tiny, like quarter-inch pieces of gingerbread I think he got up and got a tower in the mouth, just like a bone, diagonal head, angled head, and then just pulled it right off the counter and ate it on the floor.
Okay.
That's where I found the fondant, was on the floor.
Okay. So, gotcha. So he did it with his face.
Yeah, there's no way he was crushing it with his paw.
All right. All right. Brian's like, Tara, uninterrupted. It was like a Japanese monster movie.
It totally was.
Dogzilla.
Oh my God. If I would have had a hidden camera, it would have been beautiful.
Jared says, I have a hunch he wasn't after Hogwarts.
What do you mean?
What could he have been after? I don't know what you mean by that, Jared.
I have a hunch he wasn't after
Because
Hogwarts.
he ate half of it. I don't know what that means. Was that an inside
is that a Harry Potter joke?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if Hogwarts is like a thing, yeah, he probably wasn't after that. But he was after our Hogwarts castle made of gingerbread.
Right. So that's
maybe he means he was after
maybe he just means literally he was after the gingerbread.
Yeah, it was.
That's probably what he means.
I still don't know how a dumb dog like him can look at that. And even though he knows it's edible, he's got to know, like, I probably shouldn't do this.
You would think. What's he saying here? Oh, the mice. Insinuating the mice, right?
Yeah, there's been mice in Hogwarts as well.
Yeah, we talked about that when you were here, Jared.
They put some holes on the sides of the towers.
We found a mouse sitting inside one of the Hogwarts towers, just sitting in there, just eating on it. And we'd go over towards it, and it would just stop, and then Dan would go, listen. And then we noticed that, like, a perfect little mouse hole, just like you see in a cartoon, was chewed out of one of the towers, and he had chewed like a mouse hole bite out of the
I hope the mouse was in it when Dublin was getting it.
We hope. Yes.
I just wish I would have got all that on camera, because that would have been one of the funniest things in the world if there actually was a mouse in it.
Yes, I know.
While Dublin was eating it.
I truly wish we had like security cameras going at that time, because that would have been so good to look back.
We should film him and start a TikTok. I've been wanting to start TikTok with him anyway.
You should.
But most of it should just be hidden camera of him.
Right.
And we'll plant things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just things.
But then we'll put mouse traps on the edge of the countertop. What's everyone think of that?
Mouse traps on the edge?
Yeah, so when he jumps up,
snap!
And then he'll have to try to get him off.
That'd be so rude.
I think they make them, actually. They just don't snap as hard.
Oh, well, that'd be cool then.
Specifically for keeping dogs from jumping on your counter.
That makes total sense then. That's what we should do. Absolutely. Right. Jewel says, my cat has killed a few mice before. And then she also says, I don't get this TikTok trend. Well, I didn't either till I started watching TikTok. And there is some stupid shit on there. Don't get me wrong. But there's some funny stuff on there as well. I'm all for it too. This is I'm just gonna go a zoom in Dan's camera here. And this is Dublin that night apologizing for what he had done. This is what he did. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. Let's see. Back it up. Well, that sucks. That's not a very good view. How about this view? No, I should just upload the camera thing and never mind that photo. But anyway, Dublin was trying to apologize to Dan later in the evening. What is he saying? Brian is saying, where could a person find a camera close to you? What'd I miss? I don't know.
Maybe it means if we set a camera up to film Dublin.
Oh, maybe. I'm not sure.
Know.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
It'd be funny, though.
It would be funny. That would have been something funny. And who knows what he does all day anyway?
That's what I'm saying. I think my TikTok channel needs to just be hidden films of Dublin all the time.
That would be funny. I mean, for real.
But then we'll set traps.
Yes. But that would train him not
he's
to be on the counter.
He's already horrible. He's already terrible, and he's not learning a damn thing.
No, he doesn't learn a damn thing.
He's the dumbest dog I've ever had in my entire life. He does not learn a fucking thing. Nothing.
No.
So it doesn't really matter. If I like encourage him to be a bad dog, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Life has not gotten any better with him as far as his training's concerned.
No, because you're supposed to positively discipline and some negative on occasion, and he's gotten both.
I've run the whole gamut on him.
Yeah, and he just doesn't
doesn't
learn.
work.
No, he knows, and he knows what he did wrong. Joshua says, TikTok, a Chinese conspiracy. Still better than Chinese democracy. Jared saying, that's a YouTube rabbit hole you don't want to go down. Believe me, it's sad as fuck what pets do while you're away. Oh, I've gone down.
Oh, yeah,
I've gone down it a few times, not very deeply.
I've watched a few of those videos.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the German Shepherd that found the camera? They put the camera on the back of the couch because he looks out the window almost all day.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
And then the dog finally spots the camera.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And you got to put it on my camera. You got it on there. And then he looks at the camera and then he starts turning his head and it's like his big nose is right in the camera and he's looking in the camera. He's like looking outside for people. Just looking. And then he's like, ooh, it's funny.
I like those cameras where you can actually like talk to your animals. Well, I guess you can with these Ring cameras and all kinds of Simply Safe and things like that. I think you can actually talk to your animals and they look at the camera because they hear your voice. That'd be fun to get recorded too. I'd like to get some of those as well. We should have that in the house watching the dog.
I'm done spending money.
Oh, you're done spending money?
No more is gonna happen.
Oopsie.
Jared can feel our pain.
Yeah, totally.
This adapter and that adapter and this kind of camera takes this kind of a wire and this kind of camera takes a different kind of a wire. I have 2 different GoPros and they both take totally different wires.
It's ridiculous.
For charging and a different wire for video. One of them doesn't have a wire for video, but it does have a wire. This has got a wire for the wire. And that's not even dealing with audio.
True that.
That's just regular old stuff.
Yeah, and we got I don't know, we needed it's boring, but we got adapters needed for the cameras and stuff like this. And we got an open box buy at Best Buy because they only had 2 of these particular ones and it left in stock. And so we took it home and it worked for a second and then it just broke.
No, it didn't just break. No, Tara's drunk ass decided to open this adapter after she'd already had like 8 beers. And then she came out and tried to stick it in the camera and apparently was not lining it up right. And she brought it to me like, this adapter's not working. And I was like, what? And she showed me the end of it. It was actually a micro HDMI and it just looked like copper hair coming out of the top of it. And I'm like, well, what the fuck did you do to it? Nothing. I just plugged it in.
What I can't figure it out is why I even unplugged it in the first place that night.
Because you were trying to get the battery in it.
Oh, we didn't have the power supplies yet. Okay, this is like really incredibly interesting talk.
Well, there's thousands of comments going by and you're not reading any of them. You're the producer.
I know, and I'm having a conversation with you.
I actually have been on jaywalking on the Jay Leno show.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have. I've been on the Jay Leno show on the segment Jaywalking. I actually was in LA and I was actually eating at In-N-Out Burgers right on Hollywood Boulevard out on the patio. And while I'm eating out on the patio, I had my crazy white hair at the time. Our guitar player had blue hair. This was way before it was a thing to do. Just so you know, we were cool. This was like in 95, 96, maybe 97. And while we're sitting out on the patio, this black van, all blacked out windows, pulls right into the parking lot of In-N-Out Burger, 10 feet from our table that we were eating at. The sliding door flies open. There's a guy in black, a camera guy, a light guy, a guy in black, and then Jay Leno. And we're like, what the fuck? That's Jay Leno right there. And they ran across the street and they started doing jaywalking. So we're like, well, look, let's go. Like, we need to pay our tab. We need to run over there. So we paid our tab and we ran across the street. And they had already made their way down the road a little bit. We caught up to them and we're kind of standing there. This producer lady, she grabs me. She's like, do you want to be on? I was like, hell yeah, I do.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, sign this paper, which pretty much says I can't sue them for using my image. I was like, all right, I'll sign it. She's like, all right, stand right here. She literally had me like by the back of my shirt, like I was a little 4-year-old trying to get on the fucking ride at the carnival or something. Like, stay right here, stay right here. And then she released me when it was my turn.
Were you pulling against her? Were you
No,
like-
I'm just standing there and I was like, I don't know what to do. Hold on. And then she releases me. Like, just like you release a fish after you catch it, you're just,
and
I just sort of
just a little.
And then Jay comes up to me and he starts talking to me. And the whole time he's talking to me, there is a guy behind the camera. Listen, I shit you not. There's a guy behind the camera and he's like, Jay's looking at me. And then he looks at this guy and the guy goes, and Jay's reading them the whole time. Then the guy goes,
Was he actually writing down the questions?
for shit for Jay to say. Yes, I'm telling you. He was a producer. Jay ain't that fucking original. He's out on the street and he's talking to me and he's like, okay. Oh, what are you going to do? And there was this dude fucking behind the camera just fucking going to town. Just pen and paper. Showing it to him while he was talking to me. So yeah, man, the talent needs lines. Give me some lines.
Oh, the talent needs lines. I got one hand over here, one hand over here. I'm reading comments and I'm worried about what the lighting's doing because I'm not happy with it. And I got to still give
whatever
you
it
lines.
is, what it is. We already pressed the live button. You can't do shit after you press the live button.
Mike McWhorter says, would you two adopt me? This looks fun. Yes. And Brian Betancourt says, where is Paul Tomlinson when you need him?
Yeah, no kidding.
That guy.
No, but anyway, it was the 4th of July edition
Of jaywalking?
Yeah.
Back when he was on the Tonight Show. That was
And I
Show,
did
right?
something really, really cringy.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I have a hard time even admitting that I did this. And I have actually tried to find this online, but I will say the cringy part, the cringy thing that I did did not air.
Okay.
So I was very, very happy about that. I did it live on the street there on Hollywood Boulevard. And then I watched the episode when I was on jaywalking and they only used like one quick clip of me, even though I answered like 4 questions, but they only used one.
Okay.
And they didn't use the unbelievably cringy, douchey, one of the dumbest things I've ever done in my fucking life.
So I know what you mean by cringy, but I don't know exactly what you did that was cringy.
He asked me something along the lines of, what was it that Paul Revere was trying to warn people of? And I said that Johnny Q. Public is coming.
Oh my God.
I said it.
Oh.
I said, I didn't know. I thought it might be funny. I might be funny. And he's like, no,
that's not the right answer. No.
I just thought if there was a handful of people that liked our band that saw it, I thought might be funny. But the second I did it, I was like, that was the cringiest, dumbest thing I've ever done in my life.
I would agree.
But I was like, I don't know. I was like, I had like this American flag shirt on, I think. I can't remember.
Was it one of your own shirts too?
No. Well, no.
It was the American flag shirt?
Maybe.
Were you going to a show?
I don't know if we were heading to a show or coming back from one or just trying to look cool. I don't know if I had that shirt on or not.
Gotcha.
But I remember the whole thing was like, I don't respect your jaywalking thing.
Of course
I'm
not.
just
You
going
didn't
to try to do.
You didn't respect anyone else's talent other than your own back then.
Yeah, no, we were trying to crash the jaywalking. He asked Sean if who sewed the first American flag, and he said, I don't know, some old lady.
Oh my God.
But he said, what did Paul Revere warn the people on his famous ride? I said, Johnny Q. Public is coming. It was fucking
That
awful. I can't even hardly
horrible.
admit I did that.
That's terrible. That is terrible.
It's horrible.
So Shell says, I think someone needs a Snickers bar. I don't know if she means you or me. Oh, Joshua says, producing ain't easy, is it, Tara? No, especially the first night without any practice.
Oh, you're doing fine. I don't care. We already said in the beginning,
we
like
don't
this
care.
is nothing.
This is part of our shtick, is to play fight on
We're just having
fucking
fun.
camera.
We're doing fun stuff.
I volunteer to be your pod girl to Joshua's pod boy, says Lisa.
That would work.
That would be good. I love it. Someone needs a Snickers bar. Well, you know what's funny is that no, I'm not going to go into that whole mouse thing. We've already talked about that. So
yeah, we did.
Jules says, okay, historical nature for Paul Revere for sure was a very interesting topic. Yeah, right on. So did any of the other guys get on jaywalking or just you?
No, me and the guitar player, Sean.
Oh, Sean,
Yeah.
How did he answer?
I just said, they asked him who sewed the first American flag. He said some old lady.
Oh, that's right.
I think that's the only one they aired.
I was trying to press a button. I missed that. Oh my God.
The one they aired of me, I kind of screwed up the Pledge of Allegiance, and it was partially on purpose because I knew if I screwed it up, they would air me.
Okay.
Like if I just sit and answer all 4 of your questions, done. Here's the answers.
Yeah.
They hardly ever use somebody who actually gets shit right. The whole thing is
the whole thing is to make fun of whoever's getting the answer wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually kind of did pretty good with his questions, except I did my Johnny Q. Public thing on purpose. And then he did the Pledge of Allegiance. First of all, I wanted to screw up on purpose. I already said that. Second of all, I really did doubt myself for a second because
on one of the answers?
No, on the word indivisible. Like indivisible. To me, the word indivisible is kind of like NMNOP in when you do the alphabet.
Yeah.
Like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, NMNOP. And so, when you're young, so when you're doing the Pledge of Allegiance when you're young, it's like I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God. Is the word really indivisible?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I know it is.
Yeah.
I know.
But
I just completely stopped there because I was like, moment, I don't want to say, like, I don't know if indivisible is even a word. Like, I'm afraid that it was a word that I didn't pay attention to. I've always been bad at lyrics. So I was just like, I'm so bad at lyrics that I might have thought the word was indivisible, but it doesn't sound like a word to me.
Right, because it never has.
Like undivided, I can relate to that word. Like, one nation, undivided,
for which it stands.
For which it stands, one nation, undivided, with liberty and justice for all.
Right.
I thought maybe that's actually the real word. Right. And indivisible, I don't think indivisible is a word. And so I ran the entire thing. He's like, do you know the Pledge of Allegiance?
Okay.
This is the part that aired. And I said, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with whatever the word was before that. One nation, under God, indivisible.
Indivisible.
Yeah. So I got to one nation, under God. I couldn't bring myself to use the word indivisible because I was like, I have a feeling that's not a word.
But it's in it.
I know that now.
Oh. And you were like 26.
I didn't know that then. I was like, I don't think it's a word and I'm going to look like a dummy. So I just didn't say the word. I said one nation under God.
With liberty and justice for all.
And I don't know the rest.
Oh, you said, and I don't know the rest?
Something like that.
Oh my God. And they didn't air that, or they did air that? That's the part they did air that. Okay. All right.
You're not listening.
Dude.
You never listen to me. I tell you, cook me a sandwich and I don't get a sandwich in my hands. You don't listen.
No, I don't listen to you. Oh my God. So with this indivisible thing, I love hearing little children say the Pledge of Allegiance, because they never read it; they just hear it.
That was my problem.
Right. So, but you were 26. But these are 4-year-olds.
So,
and I love it when they get to
you weren't on Jay Leno.
One nation under God, indivisible with liberty. I love that.
I'm telling you, I'm not the only one who questions that that's the word in the Pledge of Allegiance.
EFGHIJKMNP.
Cook me a sandwich.
He says, cook me a sandwich.
There you go. Not make me a sandwich.
That's my
Cook
baby.
Me a sandwich.
That's my baby. Yes, sir. Jared's also saying, hey, have I missed what's in our mug segment? Asking for a friend. Hey, we don't do that. We don't steal other podcasts stuff.
What's in our mug?
We don't steal other podcast content. Sorry. Hi, Ben Russell. Ben Russell says, hi, my favorite peoples. Good to see you.
But seriously though, what is in our mug? It's some new shit.
Shell and Kareen, if you're
watching, look at this stuff.
Look at these. It's the Bud Seltzer hard soda edition.
Well, okay, this way.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why we bought toys we're not using.
Dude.
Anyway, Bud Light is like slaying
here.
It. Now they have you do your camera.
Well, okay. And
why did you do this away from me? They got sodas now.
I'm just gonna keep it on me the rest of the time.
Go ahead. It's like legit sodas. It's like hard soda. This is actually cola.
This is orange soda. I will say this: it is abso-fucking-lutely delicious.
These are
so
good.
far. They taste just like sodas, but I warn you,
classic,
that's dangerous.
Yeah, this tastes exactly like Coke.
It tastes.
Well, I mean, cola.
Coca-Cola.
This is classic cola.
So I've had an orange one, and I also am currently drinking. I'm not going to say what's in my mug. I'm currently drinking the cherry cola edition, and oh my Jesus Lord, little baby Jesus in the manger.
Jateri says, I always knew Dan likes it hard.
That's right.
Holy baby Jesus in a manger. You like those cherries?
I love them. And I will say to Shell and Kareen, I think it's going to be too sweet for you, but they are freaking delicious. Holy crap. And Shell says like those over the sours. And I think they're about the same, because we had the sours edition, which we still have a couple in the cooler. The sours edition. We tried those the other day, and those were they have a little bite of sour at first, and then it gets like better, and it's not quite as sweet. But these guys,
I like the sours though.
I like the sours.
I think so far my vote's with the sours.
Yep. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Better than sour. So Jared's also saying, yeah, they got inspired by another podcast.
He likes to think that.
Brian says, perfect for taking to class. Absolutely. Put it. Doesn't even smell like alcohol. It smells like soda. The cherry flavor.
Look, I was going to tell you something about this week. For Christmas, I got Tara this book. Well, I got it for both of us. Have you heard of this yet? This is called the Adventure Challenge. And this is the couples edition. So it's 4 couples, but they also make this book for like a family edition. They make a friends edition. I think they even make a solo edition, even if like you're by yourself.
Right.
And basically what it is it's super fun things to do. Hold on.
You'll find it.
Okay. Like this. Now we already scratched this one off, but these are like those gray, kind of like a lottery ticket. And so what you do is it's got these little symbols. Since they're grayed out, you don't know what they are. It's got these little symbols that represent like this would work at home. It's going to cost about this much money. You might have to do some driving. They have a key.
And they keep coming back to like,
you
can, it gives you rules and thoughts and ideas. And
so here's all the key of different things, which is like I was saying, whether it's good at night, or you might have to do some driving, or you could do this at home, or several things here. So the whole book's full of these things, every page. And so what you do is you scratch them off, and then you have to make a commitment that if you scratch it off, you have to do it. You have to do what it says if you scratch it off. We scratched off our first one Tuesday night.
Yes.
We scratched off our first one Tuesday night. I'll tell you what it said.
Okay.
Here's what it said. Make a homemade pie together. Easier said than done. One of you must mix all the ingredients by yourself, blindfolded, while the other person gives instructions by leading with their hands. The leader can only use 3 directive sentences the whole time. The person with the least amount of cooking experience has to be the blindfolded mixer.
So guess who that was?
So Tara was blindfolded. Not that both of us have about the same amount of experience baking.
Baking.
You've probably actually baked more than I have.
Baking, yeah, but cooking.
But generally I cook in our relationship. But so she was the blindfolded one, and then I had to lead. And we made a fucking cherry pie.
We made an absolutely amazing.
Are you trying to find a picture or something?
I absolutely am, and I have.
So anyway, we got a whole bunch of more things to scratch off in this thing. It's pretty cool, man. And then it's got this little place next to the picture. This is like a piece of double-sided tape. You peel it off and then stick a picture of your experience. So we need to get like a Polaroid so we can just take a picture and stick it on.
We need to get a Polaroid camera anyway. Here's our cherry pie.
But we can print.
Boom, look at that.
And there's our cherry pie. That hat that Tara has on is what she used to blindfold herself. Look, it fucking came out pretty fucking good, bro.
Came out freaking perfect.
She did the whole thing blindfolded. Homemade crust and everything.
Homemade crust. Homemade cherry pie filling too, except we used frozen cherries.
Yeah, we did not buy a jar of cherry pie filling. But we did go ahead and get the frozen cherries because well, actually, yeah.
Because we didn't decide to do this until
I don't have a pitter.
Yeah. Yeah. And we didn't decide to do this until freaking 7:30 at night either.
So that book's called Adventure Challenge. You can actually search that hashtag on YouTube and different places.
Yeah.
And I think it was only, I don't know, I got it for Christmas. I think it was $30, 20 or $30.
It's super fun. That was the first one that we did.
And that's a beginner level. There's some other like much more involved adventures, but we haven't scratched them off to find out exactly what they are yet.
Right.
It's very cool. And if you don't
recommended.
have a wife or husband or a significant partner or whatever, like I say, they've got them for families, friends, solo.
Yeah. It's all kinds of additions.
Yeah. And it's like you do adventures together. It's pretty fucking neat, man.
Ben Russell says, so cute, I want to throw up.
I know.
Yeah, I know. But it was super fun.
It's kind of funny.
So, yeah.
I didn't add, though, that Tara was blindfolded, but she was naked.
Oh.
No, she wasn't. I'm just kidding.
No, you saw the red shirt.
I want to believe. I want to believe.
Someday. Julia says, hey, gotta run, gotta watch the replay later. 4 shows across 2 weekends for the school kids, Dave Grohl show, hardcore punk show, and Queen show. So much to do. All right, Julia.
Way to go, Julia.
That's awesome. Good.
We love following your progress up there.
Yes, we do.
Super fun.
And also Jared Isaac says, real question, 1 lump or 2 in that cherry pie? 1 lump or 2? What do you think?
I don't know if this is a real question or
I don't think it's a real question. Ben Russell also says, Dan's going to start an infomercial.
I almost could. We'll see how it goes as we get through this thing, because if we have a hell of fun in the first 2-3 pages, we'll definitely hit them up and be like, hey, yo, we filmed it all.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're going to make a video of it. I don't want to promise you when it's coming out, but I've got the footage and we're going to film a bunch of them.
That's right. Ben says Dan's going to start an infomercial like I'm sold, like he's sold. He wants to do it too.
Well, that's cool. Jared's question was real, I would say 2 lumps, because we ended up going a little more extra sugar, but we bought very, very tart cherries.
Right.
And so the tart cherries with the extra sugar and lemon juice, and we did cinnamon and almond extract.
In the cherries.
And it was
so good.
fucking great,
Oh,
bro.
so
The
good.
only thing we kind of goofed up a little was we still have to work on making sure our filling stays kind of solid. I've already researched what we fucked up.
Oh, you've seen it since we did it?
Yeah, I've already researched how we fucked up, but our filling was a little soupy.
Yeah.
But it was still super good.
It wasn't a little soupy.
The mixture between the tart cherries and the super, we kind of did double the sugar that you would normally do.
Yeah.
Which probably was another reason it got soupy, but
right. It was very, very watery. It was very watery.
Oh, he's like, guys, cherry pie, 1 lump or 2. Jesus Christ, yeah. 1
lump
or 2.
I didn't know that was the lyric.
Yeah.
So my bad.
I actually did know that lyric.
Yeah. Right over my head, because I was just like, I know that's probably something funny, but I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know what it is.
it was super fun. You know how you get in that damn thing? When you can't decide on what to do or where to eat or shit like that, when you're with someone, significant other, wife, husband, whatever it is, and you just seem to struggle with that. That's why I got this book for us, because I was just like, oh, fuck it, we'll just do this. And we would have never thought to make a pie. Homemade pie blindfolded.
No, we wouldn't have, especially blindfolded.
Cutting that dough in those strips for the top, that was pretty funny, because Tara was blindfolded, but she had the knife.
It kept feeling like the knife was right by my fingers, and he's like, "No, you're fine." I'm like, "I'm gonna cut my fingers off."
So I had to pull the knife across the dough with her hand. I was allowed to guide her hands with the knife. That was actually pretty fun.
It gives you very cute rules, and it's very specific rules.
But also, I thought I'd let you in on a game I made up myself.
Oh, yeah?
For those of you out there that struggle with where to go eat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a good one. Yeah.
So I totally made this up. The only problem with it is it can get pretty sketchy. That's one problem with it. The other problem is it takes forever, but you can change the increments if you want. So what I did was I took a deck of cards, 52 cards, and it's got 4 suits, right? It's got the hearts, the clubs, the spades,
okay, yeah,
and the diamonds.
I can see that.
I associated those 4 suits with the direction. North, south, east, and west.
Oh, I like this.
So pick whatever you want to attach. If spades are north, maybe clubs are south. And if hearts are east,
right,
maybe diamonds are west.
And maybe have a key so everybody knows what the hell.
And this really only works in Springfield because this town is nothing but a big, giant fucking piece of graph paper.
Right.
So if you're in a family, you pull a card. And then whatever the amount is on the card is how many miles you drive.
Oh, wow.
Like I say, I should have maybe done blocks instead of miles, or maybe minutes.
Because miles is...
Like you can pick any increment you want. It can be minutes.
Guess we're going to Nixa.
But the very first time I ever played it, I did miles. And you'd be surprised how far 9 miles will take you out of town.
Yes.
When you're starving and you're wanting to go eat. So it's just like, oh, clubs. That's east. 7 of clubs. That's past Rogersville.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm exaggerating, but so you kind of need to assign your own time. You could even do seconds. You could be like drive 7 seconds west.
Yeah.
Because even 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, so you could quicken the game up. But when you draw an ace, which is one of your increments, whether it's a mile or however you decide your distance, you go to whatever you're fucking parked in front of.
Right there.
Right there, you fucking go. I don't care what it is.
No matter what. No
matter what. If something's not immediately there, you might have to creep in the same direction as the ace. So if the ace was south, if there's literally you're in the middle of a subdivision, you're not going to eat there.
Yeah.
So you got to go ahead and keep kind of heading south. And the first second that you got to go eat there.
Okay.
We ended up at that old Monterey, Mexico place right over here on Chestnut and Glenstone.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty fun game. We actually drove around for 45 minutes. You can't go super starving But you just got to come up with your own concept for the cards.
Yeah.
If you went seconds,
Or just go with your concept, because that's a pretty good concept.
well, you don't want to go miles though.
No,
I would not. I
Change
did
it.
miles.
No, I agree.
And as soon as you pull a card, especially if it's a face card, that's
Yeah.
like 11 miles.
Yeah.
I think we just counted all the face cards as 11.
Oh, I gotcha.
I mean, you could do 11, 12, 13, all that, but you drive 11 miles on your first draw,
Mhm.
and it's like, fuck, 11 miles really is like out to Nixon.
Springfield isn't 11 miles wide or long.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
not.
you're going to end up getting even grumpier than you were when you couldn't decide.
Like, where the fuck are we going?
So just pick your own thing. Minutes wouldn't be bad if you you could have a stopwatch and the number of the card is the minutes. So
Yeah, Jared says go blocks. Let's go
yeah,
blocks.
blocks.
Yep.
The only thing about blocks is it seems like everyone has a real fucked up different opinion on blocks.
On what a block is. You have a very loose rendition of what a block is.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I think a block is a block. If I drive down the road and there's a street that crosses it, that's a fucking block. Like, I don't think from Sunshine to Glenstone is one block. I think it's about 7 blocks because there's about 7 streets. No, not Sunshine. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
National.
National.
Between National and
Yeah.
Glenstone,
Mhm.
I don't think that's one block.
You don't.
I think it's about 12.
Yeah, because there's so many little side
Because there's about 12 side
which
streets.
I will agree with you on that.
Well, that to me is a block. When somebody says I'm going to walk around the block, that means you're not going to cross any streets.
Right. You're just going to
You're
take
going
the
to go and you're
sidewalk,
going to
take a
go and
left.
you're going to go and
Go
you're going to
left,
go and you're going to
go
go.
left.
That's each one of those increments is a block.
Yes, that to me is a proper block.
But some people think a block is from National to Glenstone, which if anybody's listening that's not from Springfield, that's like a fucking mile.
Right. Right. And here's the thing, though. And I think Shell's touching on this right here. She says, how many cards do you draw before your eating destination? Well, that's interesting because if you draw like a 2.
You just shuffle and then
But if you draw a 2.
you stop drawing at an ace.
If we drew, first of all, it was a 2 of hearts and say that was east. If we were to go 2 blocks east, there's nothing to eat.
You don't stop until you get an ace. She's asking, when do you stop?
Oh.
How many cards do you draw? You just draw until you get an ace. That's all it is. So you might draw 3 cards or you might draw 30 cards. Probably not 30 cards. You're probably going to hit an ace somewhere in the 10 to 15 cards. So like some people know where we live. If we were to get in the driveway and be like, you want to play the card game for eating? Be like, yes. Okay, cool. Pick a card. If you pick an ace, we have to drive to the closest place that sells food, period.
Okay.
We're already there. No matter what direction it is, because if you draw an ace on your first card, you got to literally GPS and find out who is the very closest place. For us, it would probably be Einstein's Bagels.
Yes.
So the cards only stop when you draw an ace.
So you keep drawing until you get an ace.
Oh, yeah.
So it could be 27 blocks.
Oh, yeah.
By your definition of a block.
Whatever your family decides is the definition. It can be seconds driving or minutes driving. Yeah. It could be blocks. It could be miles. It could be just whatever. The number is whatever you choose, but pick it before you start the game and then pick which direction the 4 suits are. And so if you're that kind of couple, it's like, where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to eat? And then somebody says pizza. And the other person's like, I'm not in the mood for pizza. And you fucking do this shit for like 2 hours until you actually get in a real fight. And then all of a sudden, everybody's grumpy. Someone gets in their car, slams the door, and drives to exactly where they wanted to eat. And the other person does the same. You don't talk to each other the rest of the night. And then you wake up the next morning like, that was dumb. It's like, just play my game. Maybe I should actually print a real game that's like, maybe each card, like instead of doing the actual deck of cards with kings and queens and jacks, maybe just do one that says drive 2 miles, or one of them says drive 5 minutes, or one of them says go 2 blocks, or one of them says go past the first stop sign.
I can see where
it would be a great card game
for now until you print this up and sell it.
Well, someone's going to steal it. Probably Jared. He steals all my other ideas. I wish we could pick that picture up where I wore leopard and machine gun, and then 2 weeks later he wore leopard over at Archie's.
Yeah.
And then he says,
I have it on
and
the
then he
old
says,
computer.
I steal from him.
Mm-hmm. I have it on the old
Really?
computer.
Really? Are you sure?
Going back to this, Ben was like, this is the hardest question. Where do you want to eat? Like, please set me up for failure.
I know.
Exactly. Yes. And Jared also added, go blocks, of course. But Mike McWhorter, he says, if you draw the Joker, you have to invite me and pay for it.
Yeah, you could. If you wanted to play with a Joker, that'd be kind of cool.
Jared says, laughing my ass off at your leopard shirt comment.
I'm just playing.
This is great. Ben says, this is great. I have lived this scenario.
Maybe it would be better to literally build a deck of cards.
Yeah, of
and
course
not
it would
to-
be better.
I just thought it was kind of fun that you can make it work with a
Yes.
regular 52 deck of cards.
If you absolutely decide on what the hell you want. So if it's blocks, it's blocks.
yeah, it
And
doesn't
you
matter.
have to define what a block is in there, because we have another here. Here's Jared saying, nope, a block is a block. A city block is like Battlefield, Fremont, National. So he's talking major streets.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. He's saying major.
He's
And
taking-
I would feel like a block, like if he's saying Battlefield,
Fremont and National.
Fremont and National.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there is like 4 streets
Right.
between Fremont and National.
Right. There's several.
So I
little
would say
streets.
Fremont to National is 4 blocks.
Right. But he's saying that's one city block.
No, I know. I know.
So that would have to be defined.
I'm saying I'm not right about it.
For
I
me,
just, in my mind, wherever there's a street that crosses, like, or that intersects, if they had to pour the concrete to form a street going the other way, that's a block.
yeah, for me, it would be if it was clearly defined. And since the deck of cards is basically like you're saying, if you go with just the deck of cards, it's only 1 to 11. So if you did 11 blocks, if you got 11 every single time, then you'd be sitting there just going 11 blocks on your scale, which is every little street. So you wouldn't be going that far.
Well, and like he says, the city blocks, all those secondary streets make up a city block. I get that. And I generally I agree with that. But if we tried to play this game in St. Louis, I don't fucking know. Like,
Yeah.
unless you're from here, you don't know that Fremont is semi-major.
Yes. True.
It's not really major, but you would have to be from here to know that Fremont is like a bigger idea than fair play, or I mean, fairway,
Oh, yeah. Yes.
or our street is, where do we live?
Don't-
Florence.
don't have to say that.
Like our street or a street like Fairway, they're not as big of a deal as Fremont,
Correct.
but Fremont's not as big of a deal as National.
But you would have to clearly define that in your directions.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe instead of blocks, I think we just need to create a card game of our own.
Yeah.
And it might just be a googly picture of a clown. And it's like, go north. And if you turn and stop at a place that's funny, or stop at a place where you see either a balloon or a puppy dog or a kid in a wagon or whatever. Every card could just be wacky fucking different.
Right. And if you don't,
But you still got to get a direction.
Yeah.
You still either have to go north, south, east, or west.
but it can't go on for very long. 'Cause
no, I know.
people are going to be driving around hungry.
No, I know. I
So
know.
it can't be one of like your stories that goes on and on and
Would you
on
s-
and takes forever to get to.
You're such an asshole. I swear.
Am I telling the truth, children? Am I telling the truth? I swear. It's so funny. When you tell a story, and you tell great stories, but sometimes.
All right. It would have to be a fast-paced game.
Yes.
When you leave your driveway, you would need to be decided on a place to eat within 15 minutes.
So Jared says, so more like bingo.
Maybe more like bingo, as long as it had directions. It could be, yeah, bingo is a completely different way to do it.
Yeah. It's more randomish.
Well, I mean, you could get a whole basket of numbers that says go east I mean,
Well, that's the whole.
I know that's not exactly what he means, but
But you're more on track. Yes, absolutely. Mike says, I've already trademarked and registered this idea. Just finished doing it, so expect a bill.
that's fine. I think I just like to throw ideas out, and some of them might have already been done. That's fine. If you don't think they have been done, please, somebody in our group, go and do it, trademark it, make some money, and then we'll just all like celebrate it together as a team.
And we'll go out to eat using this game. I think it could be great.
Because I have another idea that I haven't seen been done, and I got fucking serious about doing this. I checked into manufacturing and how to do the whole bit. Here's another. If anybody out there's got the resources, go just steal the ideas. I would just like to be on a front porch sipping, pink lemonade, and watching people making millions off of some of my ideas. Which, go back and listen to one of our Monday morning episodes about my auto protection, spraying people with paint. It's fucking amazing.
That was one of the best episodes ever when you decided on that. Like you came up with this, you want this patent instead of an alarm system, because car alarms go off.
Car alarms, nobody cares about
Nobody
a car
cares
alarm.
about them. It's always a nuisance. It's always
Go
a
listen
pain
to
in the
my
ass.
paint alarm.
Yeah.
It's freaking great.
Yeah.
I won't get into that again. I don't remember what Monday morning medication, but it's probably in the description. So go check it out.
Right.
But another one that's more novelty is Life Flag. And this, if I would have done this when I first got the idea.
Life Flag. What the hell is Life Flag?
Life Flag. Life Flag is just calling people out in public on their bullshit.
Okay.
But you do it with an actual flag like a referee uses in the NFL. A full-blown, built exactly like the referees use.
Okay.
This is more novelty. Okay. But it comes with a little rule book of, and it has that hand-drawn referee that has like signs that you have to do if you throw the flag in public on somebody. As the referee, you have to go ahead and do the, when they do like personal foul or whatever, the face mask, or I don't know the fucking football symbols, but they have them.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Like obviously touchdown or no good, things like that.
Illegal use of the hands, roughing the passer.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We would do a whole book of them.
Okay.
So if you overhear a guy at the bar and he's sitting there talking up some chick and he's telling her that his uncle owned oil rigs down in Oklahoma and he made millions, and when he died, he gave him all of his money and all that stuff, you can just reach in your back pocket, and it comes with a whistle too.
It comes with a whistle.
So you can just reach in your back pocket and you can pull your whistle out and you can throw the flag right in the middle of the restaurant. And then you'd be like, 5-yard penalty? That's bullshit. Bullshit. I'm throwing the life flag on you right there. You're fucking lying, motherfucker. And then just go pick your flag up and probably get in a fight. I don't know. I
kind of like that idea because it's like you could
throw the flag on like fake boobs if you wanted. Like some girl comes in just all like, you can be like, you got to cut. The funny thing is you got to work on what the actual symbols would be.
So I just want to
as a referee,
I just want to ask you this. So why would it be a foul or an offense?
I don't know. I'm just spitballing
to call
here.
out fake boobs.
I'm just spitballing here.
That's like a very particular thing.
No, I'm just saying like things that would be funny. It's novelty. But you could, I don't know what you could call out. We had a list of them. Like me and a buddy of mine like really worked on this idea, and we had, I can't remember what.
Which would be fun to come up those ideas, because it could be like, whatever the penalty is, fake boobs, what the hand signal. See, I can't even think of them on the spot. But yeah, I totally get it.
Just bullshit stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
Like bullshit stuff.
Yeah.
Like you could throw a flag on like Wranglers.
Yeah. Why would you throw a flag on Wranglers?
Because they're dumb. because they're just dumb. You could be like Wranglers.
You don't hang out in the country community at all.
I'm just kidding, Jateri. I know you wear them.
Mike Recorder says, does anyone remember the gimmick TV brick? It was a sponge made to look like a brick so you could throw it at your TV. Yes.
Yes, my mama Gail, she had a TV. It was a rock. It was exactly what you're talking about. But instead of a brick, it just looked like a big rock. Those were funny.
Oh, that's great.
But they were just super light, like squishy.
It wouldn't cause any damage, but it made you feel
Not
better.
styrofoam, but did he say?
He said foam.
Yeah, it was just made of foam, but
sponge. Sponge. He said sponge. That's
a
perfect word for it.
Except it kind of looked real.
Yeah.
Those were funny.
Those were great. Nice work, Mike. That was yes. And Mike, he also says, I actually think this is a good idea, an actual idea.
It's a good one.
I love that. Calling bullshit.
Yeah. Bullshit. And then you got to do the horns and then squat like you're shitting.
Yeah. Like you're shitting because it's
if
bullshit.
It got popular enough, it'd be fucking funny to just be eating somewhere and just hear from across the restaurant the whistle. It's like, oh my God, someone's got life flag. Someone just threw a life flag on somebody.
Oh my God. Where did the pen go? There he goes. Life flag. I love that.
Oh man.
I'm writing that shit down. I'm gonna patent that idea. Even though we put it out here without any licensing or anything, we're gonna patent that shit.
I don't know. I just talk.
You just talk, but you're talking good.
I figured if something ever were to actually bust out there, it's like I've got it all on video. I've got it all dated, time stamped.
That's true. Maybe
I might still lose in court, but just like the twins on Facebook, they still fucking made a lot of money.
The twins.
Yeah, the twins that started Facebook before Zuckerberg.
Oh, right. Yeah, they still got paid off.
Like they got nothing to stand on.
Yeah.
They have no legal fucking nothing. But just because it was so ridiculous, both of them are pretty fucking rich right now. But they're the ones that started Facebook, not Zook.
Yes, I
100%. They started it.
And what was the movie
They just
called?
didn't know how to operate it.
Is that Social Dilemma?
No, that's not Social Dilemma.
What is no, you're right. What is that proper Facebook movie?
Oh, I don't know. Social Network or
Social
something.
Network. That's it. That was it. Social Network.
Yeah, now it's Meta. But
fucking Meta. Whatever.
What's Mike saying? Or no, I thought it said Dan. So yeah, I think if any crazy idea, if it's original, I don't know if any of my ideas are original. I just fucking talk out of my ass.
But I like it when you talk.
But if Life Flag got super huge, like if it was as big as fidget spinners, and somebody'd be like, dude, this dude talked about this live. Like we got the video. Here he is right now explaining exactly how it works. And if somebody starts a company that has like a referee's flag and the little booklet, it has to be hand drawings of the referee. It can't be, I'm going to say this specifically. It can't be like picture. It's got to be those really cheesy drawings, kind of like they have on an airplane when people are dying.
In the card that you're
like
supposed
when
to
they're
look at?
suffocating because they have no air, and it's like, and they have like mittens for hands. Like save the little ones before you save yourself. And their hands are like mittens. They look like Mickey Mouse hands.
But they're just terrible drawings.
And they're all white people, of course.
Of course they're all white people.
Anyway, it's got to be not color, though. It has to be like kind of that parchment kind of paper. The little ref book has to be raw dog. It's got to be like old school.
You said raw dog.
Yeah, it's got to be raw dog. And the drawing of the ref has got to be just one line. Like it's no shading, no shit like that. But not really cartoon.
Should it maybe even be stick people? Like
no. The ref has to look like someone we all love with a chiseled cheekbones and chin, and big eyebrows, and a hat. He's got to be a ref, but he's just got to be drawn very like here's how you do the symbols.
So this is so funny.
And only from the waist up.
I'm going to butt into your momentum here for just a second, and I have to adjust your camera because your camera.
No, you don't.
I do. I'm going to adjust your camera.
In the middle of the show.
I'm going to do it right now.
Please don't. What?
Because No one can see your hand gestures.
I don't care. I like it. I like it. Oh my God. Does anyone know a divorce attorney? I'm ready for my second. All right. Well, I don't want to talk about Life Flag anymore.
You want me to produce, right? I just did a little bit. Just a
and
little
I'm just
bit.
bummed out and pouting. Where's my card game?
What's Mike saying? I'll tell you the story about my idea for a website in the mid 90s one day. And well, it's basically what is now Facebook and MySpace. I would have no idea how to make it happen back then. But you had the idea.
Ain't that something, man? I know.
Right.
I've had some of those. I had some of those that I actually saw come to fruition, but I can't prove that it actually came from me. What'd Jared say?
He says it will be like the Simpsons predicted the future 30 years ago videos on YouTube.
Yeah, I hope.
Yeah. And then Jules says, don't.
I actually had one that, like I say, I came up with I think me and my brother ran with it pretty hard. And gosh dang, man, I'll bet you it was somewhere between 15 and 20 years ago, at least. It had to have been. But the whole idea was to start a bar that was like the stock market, but it was all within that same building. Nowadays, you could actually hook it up, obviously, to the internet, and you could trade amongst franchises.
Right.
But I was thinking, I actually don't like that idea as much. I like it all being traded within the same building. So you have a ticker, just like the New York Stock Exchange, but the beers are being sold, all the drinks, beers, cocktails. Somebody would have to write this crazy algorithm for the computer. But depending on how much red wine's being sold, white wine's being sold, Bud Light compared to Coors Light, compared to Miller Light, compared to, Stella or Guinness, all of the beers they have will be on a market curve. So if they're selling the shit out of Bud Light, the prices are going to go up.
Right.
While you're at the bar.
At that particular bar?
At that particular bar.
Okay.
So if you come in,
right.
It's like, hey, I'll take a couple Bud Light, and you can see them on the ticker. They're going for $2. Be like, okay, I'll take a Bud Light. And then 20 minutes later, Bud Lights could be $3.75. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
why did the price go up?
There's a table over here. They're ordering them by the case.
Right.
Like, you can buy them by the case. It's like, yeah, you can buy beer. We're not gonna let you walk out of the building with them.
Yeah.
But you can buy 6 cases of Bud Light right now if you want. Like, I can put 6 cases. Look, what's a case? 24
at this price.
I want 6 cases of Bud Light at $2.25. Now, if the bar fills up later that night and Bud Light raises to $3.75, you can tell your waitress, sell my Bud Light.
Oh, and you can sell it back.
Sell my Bud Light. And then I make money on it. And they didn't lose any money because they still sold it to me for $2.25. But the price went up because a bunch of college douchebags came in. Like, as soon as the college dudes come in with the frayed, they got the fray on the front of the bills of their hat, buy Miller Lite.
Miller Lite.
Don't you think? What would you buy if you saw 12 dudes coming in to celebrate a frat party? They haven't even got a table yet. So if you can see them at the front door and you look up and you see Miller Lite, because they're all like Miller Lite.
I might play it safe and buy like 6 of each, Miller, Coors, and Bud Light.
No. You can't diversify in a fucking bar when we're trying to have a good time. Those guys are all Miller Lite guys.
Are they?
They try to, aren't they?
No, well, it depends upon their.
You see a bunch of dad bods coming in, buy Busch Light.
Busch Light? You're saying Busch Light for dad bods?
For the dad bods, depending on what you think. If they got beards. Anyway, I'm just saying, you got to make your own judgment. But at 5:00, you can buy 6 cases of Bud Light at $2.25.
Yeah.
And if by 9:00 Bud Light's going for $4.50, you can sell your 6 cases. Back to the bar.
Back to the bar. So do you make the profit?
Yeah,
then?
somehow.
Wow.
If you're smart enough.
If you're smart enough.
Anyway, we had it all figured out. Like, we didn't have it figured out, but it was just like, oh my gosh, this could be so cool, because your waitresses might actually just stand at a raised thing, and she might take care of 5 tables, but she never actually comes to your table.
So does she end up looking like a stock market?
Yes. And you're at your table, and it's like, sell. She's like, just like the old stock market. She's got little pieces of paper stuck in her fucking hat. All right, Jesse. Sell my Guinness.
Hey, doll, sell my Guinness.
6 redheads just walked in. Sell my Guinness. Dude, it would be so fucking fun. Anyway, fast forward almost 20 years, I get sent a DM in my Facebook. I can't remember who sent it to me. It was either my brother or another friend of mine.
I know who it was.
Who was it?
Gaylor.
Yeah, it might have been him. Sent me an article about a bar that is in, I think, New York, and it's called The Market.
Yeah.
And it's the exact fucking thing that I described 20 years earlier.
The same idea that you just spoke of 20 years ago.
I'm not saying it was, but it was such a specific idea. I couldn't believe that someone had actually done it exactly the way I described it.
It's a great fucking idea, but if it already exists now, you're like,
oh yeah, I can't do anything about it now.
Jared says, I wouldn't buy them back because now they're warmed up and we'll start skunking process.
No. They stay in the cooler.
Yeah.
Like, they don't ever bring you.
You got a ticket. You got like a ticket that tells you.
Just like you do in the stock market, you're not actually physically getting beers.
Yeah.
But you can buy 6 cases.
Yeah.
Now, at the end of the night, you still don't get to take them home. You just have credit at the bar. So now when I come in, I've made X amount of bar credit money. So if I brought my buddies in 4 days later, I can bring I got a stock account with them. I have a fucking portfolio. Be like, I already own like 3 cases of Bud Light. We'll take a round of those. And they're still going to charge me for the $2.50 that I bought them for. Like, they're still going to make their money.
Because they're already made. They made
I'm
their
going
profit.
to buy them at $2.50.
But then they have to stay there until the next time. And
they stay in the restaurant's cooler. They never leave the cooler.
This is where we might run into issues.
No, when I come back into the bar, I have 3 cases of Bud Light that I've already paid for, $2.50 each. And that night, if they go up to $5 a bottle, me and my friends get to drink for $2.50. Because I bought them for $2.50.
See, I see what you're seeing there.
But if all of a sudden a fucking Kiss concert's in town and everybody's drinking Bud Light that night, I don't have to pay $4 a bottle. I still already have 3 cases on my account for $2.50. So all my friends get to drink for that. If I want to collect the money from them, that's fine.
We have some input. From the people. Shell says, amazing idea. Might be too fancy for the Ozarks, though.
Yeah, I don't think it would work in Springfield. No, not at all.
And then Jared also says, yeah, I can think of exactly 0 bartenders that would want to fuck with keeping track of all that.
Well, unless they got to make commissions.
Yeah.
Your bartenders would make commissions more than they would make. It would all be set up. If you know what I mean, they would make money just like stockbrokers. You'd be in it together. It would be a completely different concept.
Wait, so who's in it together?
You and your stockbroker. So let's not call them a bartender or a waitress. You walk in and be like, do you have a favorite stockbroker? Like, yeah, is Tammy here? It's like, yeah, she's in the back. She's got like 2 seats available. It's like, all right, we'll take Tammy's.
So why would she be your favorite?
Because she buys and sells fast and she listens to me. She's become my friend.
I
see. Like, hey, Tammy, what's up? She's like, hey, Dan, you're my favorite. I fucking love you. Whenever you divorce Tara, let me know. Give me a jingle. And I'm like, yeah, baby, buy me 3 cases of Bud Light and I'm going to take 2 cases of Guinness because you two's in town. Go ahead and buy me that. She'll be like, no problem, Dan. And then that's on my account. I just spent like $500.
So on something like that, what is her commission? Like, what is
however,
the commission?
I don't know stocks. I'm sure like stockbrokers get 10% of every sale or something. I don't know, 20%. If I spend $500 there and Tammy gets $100 just on commission, I don't even have to tip her. She's my broker.
Jared says Tammy's always in the back.
Tammy is always in the back.
Always in the back. That's right.
Oh my gosh.
So Jared also says, you heard it here first, folks. Dan wants to turn Bud Light into the next gasoline.
Yeah, kind of.
Only on rodeo nights. Like when it's rodeo night.
Hey, interesting, you
Bud Light
guys,
and
all you
Kool Light.
people that think Sweden's got it all figured out. The alcohol is all owned and operated by their government.
Not kidding.
And their beer prices do go up and down like gasoline. Some days you can go buy a case of Bud Light for $10, and some days it's 40.
But Sweden.
So I know.
Sweden.
Everyone's like, Sweden's got it figured out. They know how to do it. Why can't we run our whole entire system like them? I'm actually not against it. But be prepared for your alcohol to be owned by your government. That's a true fact, Jack.
I don't know if I like the sound of that.
And it does go up like gasoline and down.
But I was actually having a conversation one time with someone who's like, oh, so you say that Sweden's like freaking have it, they control the alcohol, the country, whatever, the government controls the alcohol. And the question that they asked was, can you still get drunk? And my answer was, oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
you sure can.
It just might be more expensive from one night to another.
That's true.
Anyway, if that place still does exist wherever it was, I would like to go and see if they pulled it off. The whole night there's a ticker. The only catch to it. Now, there could be people that just come and they don't want to fucking trade. You know, I don't want to get into all that.
I just want a couple beers, man.
Well, or I just want to bring my family and get some burgers.
Why did Bud Light go up to $5?
I just want to come in with my family and get some burgers.
Yeah.
And so there's probably like a menu for the non-traders or a section of the restaurant. Like, do you plan on trading tonight?
You're making it even more difficult now.
No, it would all be streamlined. It would be figured out, man. I don't have it figured out, but it would fucking be figured out. Okay? It would be just as good as AT&T stores. Just everybody would fucking be. Elon Musk would make us some fucking glasses, and it'll all be there. It'll all be figured out.
All right.
When you walk in, it's like, do you plan on trading tonight or not? Or there's two doors. This door's for trades, people that are going to trade, and this door is for non-traders. So that way you can go in there and just order off the regular menu, and it's all just static prices.
But okay, so I'm just going to pick this apart. So then if you go in that door and you want to trade, and this door you don't want to trade, do you still go to the same big room where the entertainment is? Or are there two separate bars in this place?
I think the segregation thing feels weird.
That feels very weird.
I think you can still go to the regular bar. It's all the same bar.
Yeah.
But you don't have the credentials to trade. Whatever that is.
All right.
Whatever that is.
Maybe it's a chip that's embedded in your neck.
I don't know, man. I don't think it's that
you
complicated.
You just embed this chip in your neck.
I don't think it's that complicated.
And it has your vaccine card too.
Stop. But it might be that. It might be.
It might be. And at this point, who knows?
It could be like one of them online gambling games where it's like you're not in the game unless you actually do it.
Right.
So
you just burped on the mic.
So
God.
Joe goes to dinner with his wife, Henrietta. Joe and Henrietta, they go eat with their two little kids, Ezekiel and Elijah.
Oh my God.
And they're just like, we just want to go out for some Cokes and some chicken fingers.
Okay.
And so they sit and they don't plan on trading. Now, Joe, was his name Joe?
I think you said Joe.
Joe.
I think the kid's Ezekiel.
Yeah, and Elijah, but Joe and
oh my God, I forgot her name already.
What was his dumb wife's name?
His dumb wife's name.
She's a real bitch.
Is she?
Yeah, Henrietta.
You can actually like
Henrietta.
You can see it in her face.
All right. So listen. So Joe is at the table and he's listening to the commotion behind him. And he's miserable in his life because his wife, Henrietta, has no fun at anything.
That's it.
Yeah, I already remembered it.
Okay.
She has no fun at anything.
Mm-hmm.
She's boring.
Michelle said Henrietta.
She's boring. She doesn't like to do anything he likes to do. She never fishes with him. She's always disgusted when he's trying to like work in the garage or tinker in the yard.
Wow.
She's just one of those bitches.
She does totally sound like a bitch.
Yeah, and she's slanted and wedged the kids against him.
Oh,
and the
wow.
fucking guy is miserable, but he makes really good money, but he just has no voice in his family at all.
Okay.
But he's hearing the commotion going on at the stock market bar.
All right.
And then just maybe out of nowhere, he's just boiling and he's starting to get ramped up and he's starting to shake. And he just turns to Tammy and he's like, buy me 4 cases of Bud Light. And he turns back to Henrietta and she's like, what the fuck did you just do?
What did you just do?
And he's like, I just bought 4 cases of Bud Light. Fuck you, bitch.
Oh!
And the kids are like, Daddy. And he's like, fuck you too. You little brats. I just bought 4 cases of beer and that's what I want to do.
It's getting hostile in here.
And then he's watching the ticker and it goes up $1. And he's like, sell! Tammy, sell! And he turns back around. Maybe he gets involved only when he does that. Somehow Tammy has to, she's got to somehow fucking get his
figure
info.
this all out. She's got to put it.
Or they could probably get his info, afterwards.
Yeah.
Some other clerk comes up and be like, hey, did you just buy? He's like, yeah. It's like, okay, I need to get a few bits of information on his little iPad. Boom. Now you have an account. And gives it to him.
Right.
Henrietta's pissed. She's taking her keys and walking out. And now, what's his name? Joe? Was it Joe?
I think it was Joe.
I don't remember his
I
name.
need to write this. I don't have another hand
So
to write this shit down.
He decides to get himself a beer off of his account because he bought him at $2.50. And now he turns his chair around and he's going to fucking trade the rest of the night. And he don't care where Henrietta is. Fuck her. And she comes back in the restaurant and goes, I have a flat tire. And he's like, I don't give a fuck.
That's when Joe says to Henrietta, change it your fucking self.
Yeah. So I'm saying maybe his account only opens when he finally decides to have an account.
Okay. Wow.
It'll get AT&T will figure it all out.
Oh, so I have
Elon's going to figure it all out. I need to talk to Elon.
You need to talk to Elon Musk. Elon will figure this all out. So Jared says, I sense a Justice for Henrietta shirt coming up. Actually,
you think Joe's abusive or you think Henrietta's abusive?
Actually,
maybe Joe's just had enough.
I think in this relationship, there is first of all, there's a codependency happening, but there's also, I think Henrietta is actually the abuser because in this situation, this sounds like she has been covertly abusing him for many, many years. And now she's finally firing back. That's what I think. He says maybe. This one right here. Can you read that? You can't read it.
Yeah, the family's going.
Oh my God. Poor baby. Now you need your mic. Okay, then I'll read it.
Yeah, the family's going to Dick's last resort and know the staff is going to be asses towards them and pay for that service. So Joe and Henrietta and Ezekiel and Elijah get what they get at your fancy pants place. I don't think Henrietta's unhappy with our food. I don't think they're unhappy with our restaurant.
I don't think they're unhappy with the restaurant.
Joe and Henrietta are just very unhappy with each other.
Yes.
And when Joe came in, he was like, I'm interested in maybe trading tonight. And she's like, no, Joe, stop. And he's like, I think it'd be fun. Stop. And he's like, okay, fine, fuck it. So then he just goes and sits down and they order chicken fingers.
Right.
But even after he's decided not to trade, or at least Henrietta decided it for him, he still could turn around at any time and tell Tammy, buy. And then a clerk runs up to Joe. Did you just buy? And he gets his info. And now Joe's got an account, whether Henrietta likes it or not. He could get an account that fast. We were talking about whether we should segregate the traders or the not traders.
Right.
But I think you can just decide you're going to start trading at any time.
Yeah. And what Shell was just saying that raises the price for everybody in the house.
If he just bought?
Yeah.
No, that the house Every night you go there would be different. You could go one night with your buddies and it's dead in there, and Bud Lights are going for $1.50 a bottle. Like, dude, Bud Lights are $1.50.
It's like, what?
And if someone's got $1,000, they can give us $1,000. I want to buy 15 cases of Bud Light.
So does this like scroll on the internet? Like
On
this,
credit. No, it's
like,
got to be in.
it's just
my
local.
idea is that it has to be in the building only, not on the internet. It's not fucking, you can't be out here living in fucking Springfield buying beer down in wherever our restaurant is. No,
Bev got here late. She's like, where is this place?
it doesn't exist yet. Well,
doesn't
it might. It might.
It might, but whatever.
It's
So
just one of my ideas
let me jump back
from
to
20
Lisa.
years ago.
Lisa saying, I may have had too much wine, but some of this makes sense.
I'm telling you, it's a fucking great place. It's a great place. But every night would be the family that is in the restaurant. The family
Mm-hmm.
that is in the restaurant.
Right.
The only thing I need to figure out is if somebody wants to come in and drop $25,000
Oh my God.
on like 3 18-wheelers of Bud Light.
Right.
It'd be awesome if that was allowable.
I'm not sure it is.
I'm just saying we would have to figure out how to do it.
Right.
So this one guy just bought our supply for the
Mhm.
next 6 months.
Right.
He owns all
So
of
basically, he bought a round for everyone in the room. For the
No, they're not going to give them away.
Oh,
He owns our stock for the next 6 months. One of our customers.
this is getting really complicated.
One of our
I don't know
customers
if I can calculate
owns
this.
all the Bud Light we have in our fridge.
Okay.
Now, if he wants to sell them and get his money back, he's going to have to sell them for reasonable, and he's going to get a cut. And of course, the restaurant's going to get their cost and cut. The restaurant will always sell for their profit.
Okay.
Unless you put a cap. You could put a cap on, like,
there would have to be a cap.
you can't buy more than 20 beers at a time or 100 beers at a time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it'd be fucking interesting if one customer could actually buy up all the stock. But the restaurant made money. If you owned the place and a customer comes up to you and says, I'm going to write you a $20,000 check for your next 3 months of stock,
Mm-hmm.
profit and all,
Mm-hmm.
for $2.50 a bottle, you're only spending 25 cents a bottle.
Yeah.
I would be like, yeah, I'll fucking take it. Now all my Bud Lights paid for, and I made money on it. And then if he sells them for $3 a bottle, he makes a little money on it. I'm good. I already made my money.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Shell has a good point here. She says you could totally plan your B-Day party ahead of time if you knew the price, the time and price was right.
Right. You could take your friends there 3 weeks early at 2:00 in the afternoon when Bud Light's only going for $2
Right.
and buy all the liquor you want for your party. You could buy shots. You can buy Bloody Marys. You can buy screwdrivers. You can buy
Wow.
everything your wedding party or your birthday party drinks and buy it all that night for $2.50, whatever, per unit. And then if your party is a Friday night at 10:00,
It's
when the
bumping.
place is fucking packed and the Dirty Saints are playing, holy shit! Bud Light's going for $5 a bottle, but you already brought your shit. You already bought your shit.
Right.
But the restaurant just sold a $1,000 tab at 2:00 on a Tuesday because Shell and Kareen came in and prepaid for their birthday. It's fucking great, bro. It's fucking great, bro. Anyway, there's only 9 people listening, so who fucking cares?
You could totally plan. Oh, she already said that. Never mind. So yeah, Bev is adding so our 5th anniversary is coming up in June. So she's like, where is this place? I want to go there.
Tune in live every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central.
On the Unsung Screamers Facebook page, YouTube channel, and Twitter.
And check out our Unsung Screamers podcast.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Ah!